Hi, my name is Mike. I'm here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona, where I've made a little bread and breakfast. I've traveled all over the world, and I've lived in many, many cities that I would consider called hipster. So I'm going to do a little segment here today called How Hipster is Your City? In a couple weeks, I'm going to go to Mexico City, and I'm going to do the same test. I'm going to see how good is public transportation, how fun is it hipster? Then I'm going to go to a Tempe's Arts Fair and rate how fun is the Tempe Arts Fair this year. Then I'm going to head down to Phoenix, Arizona, where they're running another arts fair, and I'm going to see how hipster is that. And I'm going to take public transportation, the new light rail that they have here in Phoenix. They're going to head up to a cool spot that's pretty hipster, in my opinion, and show you how hipster is Phoenix. So, at the end of the game, I'm going to rate it and see how hipster I believe Phoenix is using my expertise. So, let's call Lyft, and let's try to see how hipster Phoenix is. Well, I'm exhausted. I had dinner at Taco Guild, and let's review what I did on my hipster travels. Today, again, the goal was to see how hipster Phoenix was. So, this is what I did. At the top of the day, I began by calling Lyft and getting a cab drive. And that actually was pretty fun. I met a really entertaining woman who actually had a lot of information. Turns out her husband was a cop. So actually they gave me some insights to the Lyft program, and actually it was pretty exciting. I've got into the Lyft cab, and I'm here with Alex.
Hi!
So, Alex, tell us a little bit about the Lyft cab and what it involves.
Well, basically ride shares. A bunch of people get online. We have to have a Facebook profile, so you can make sure you can see our little make sure we're good and safe. We get on our app and we say we're ready to drive. And when you need somebody to come pick us up, you just ask for a Lyft driver, and we'll be there as quickly as we can.
And everybody's background checked?
Everybody's background checked.
So it's safe in terms of that?
Very safe.
And it's also safe because you see people's Facebook, so you kind of know who you're looking for.
Yeah, you know who you're looking for. All drivers get their picture taken anyway when we're going through our process, so you can see a picture of us when we pick up.
Okay, so you know this segment is called How Hipster is Phoenix.
Yes.
So I want you to tell me, you've been around the world, and kind of give me some of your life histories around the world real fast, and we're going to ask you how hipster you think Phoenix is.
It just depends on your general admission of what hipster is. It depends from person to person. Like, my husband thinks hipsters are people who try to get in on the bandwagon behind everybody else. And then my sister thinks it's people who are on the up and up. You know,
it's people who wear tight jeans and funny hats?
Yeah, it just depends on what your definition of hipster is.
Okay, so what do you think is fun hipster things that you would see in Phoenix when you're driving people around?
Oh, we seem to have, like, a lot of festivals. Like, we have a very good, I want to say we have a very good active gay community, which they're very understanding. I love it. They're awesome.
You know, I'm gay.
Awesome.
I
love
gay.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so I've got places to take you.
Oh, really now? Let me see. Okay, so.
Let me call up some friends.
Call up some friends. I like this idea. So, do they all take the Lyft?
Some people do, some people don't. Some people just live close enough to what we call the neighborhood. And
where's the neighborhood?
Around 16th and Camelback.
16th and Camelback. So that's where all the rich gay guys live. That's funny, actually.
Would you expect?
I didn't know there was rich gay guys, but I kind of live in that neighborhood.
Where else do you expect them to go?
Okay, great. So you told us a little bit about your history, that you came from Dubai.
My father worked for different companies after he retired from the military. So we lived in Saudi Arabia for 5 years when I was growing up. Fantastic.
And what did you think was fun about Saudi Arabia?
Well, I lived there from 97 to 2003. Of course, I was there during the 9/11 attacks.
Oh, wow.
And actually, it was the exact opposite reaction that you thought you would have gotten.
Oh, very supportive?
They're very supportive. When we went out grocery shopping the next day, they were like, "We're so sorry, please know that it's not us."
Oh, very
Please,
good.
no, it's not us. It's not us. And they were very, very, of course there was the weird ones. Everybody has their weird ones. Like, I got offered 3 camels and a goat for my sister.
That's all? I would have at least given her 4.
It would have been a good deal, I think.
Okay, so you traveled the world, so you've been in a lot of places, and you told me you were from England,
I
actually.
am, yes.
And so you travel back and forth?
I haven't been able to since I was married, but it's expensive.
So why do you like Phoenix?
I like Phoenix because we've got everything in a compact area. If you want to go hiking, we've got Camelback Mountain, where we got all the mountains around. If you want to be all that, hunty person.
Right.
Or if you want to be that hipster fun person, we've got clubs in Tempe near ASU. Then we've got the downtown area, which is very active, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, great.
And then if you're like me, there's tons of bookstores.
Tell me, if you had to rate Phoenix by 5 pineapples, we do pineapples here.
Okay.
How many pineapples would you give it? Hipsters.
I would say probably about 4, because there are some things that still need to be, opened up. I live out in the west.
Okay, so Phoenix is spread out and sprawled like many metropolises, so it suffers a little bit on the hipster quality and its density.
Well, if you go on the east side, you're fine.
Okay.
Because they built the east side first. And then where Luke Air Force Base is and everything, that's what's starting to be new. That's the new development. That's where the Walmarts are going up. That's where everything else is.
Okay. Okay, so we got 4 pineapples based on hipster from our Lyft cab driver. So now we're going to go off to Tempe Arts Fair and we'll see the rest.
Yay.
Then I went to Tempe's Arts Fair and I walked around, met a lot of interesting people, and I actually even showed you a guy who actually played a little Madonna music for me. That was pretty funny. Do you do any tricks?
Oh, you just missed a bunch.
Oh, wow, come on, be a trickster. Let's see a nice trick.
Oh, my favorite one. I've done it a bunch of times. They're getting tired of it. Right, guys? They're getting tired of it. Now do
How about one more?
the next one, okay?
Okay? Very good. Woo! And any brown spots on that banana, right?
It's not brown.
Brown spots are not allowed.
So we gotta wait till it frosts up before we dip it.
Oh, I was just joking. That'd be too much.
You don't want to double dip? I can double dip it. I mean,
You can double dip it?
Oh, hell yeah. It just
Oh,
gives
hell
me a
yeah.
second for it to-
Okay, double dip it. Let's be crazy.
It's gonna be obnoxious.
So that'd be all for you?
Yes.
It can be $5.
Want to make me happy? Then don't be shy with this. Do you take requests?
Well, I mainly do what I have on the CDs.
So no Madonna?
No, who?
No Madonna?
No,
I actually met another guy that I didn't take a picture of because he got so upset. He was such a hipster. He had tats all everywhere. He had his shirt cut off. He had this goatee going down. He had his tennis shoes on. He had his booty shorts on with a little tattered jeans. And I'm looking at him. I said, "Can I take a picture of you?" He was like, "Oh, no." I said, "Well, you know what? I'm doing this piece on how hipster your city is." And he goes, "Hipster? Oh, that's such an old word." Later on, I found out by another person who explained to me, hipsters don't like to be called hipsters. Well, nonetheless, he was the epitome of hipster, and I wish I had taken a picture in clandestine, but I didn't want him to get pissed off because, hipsters are so hip. After that, I went to Roosevelt Road, and I took the train. The train was pretty fun. It only cost me $2. Remember, the lift cost me $25. So here I spent $27 in transportation. I took $2 all the way down. And while on the train, it was pretty exciting, actually. I met a lot of people. Who were basically hanging out, talking, chilling, talking about basketball, having a little heated argument, and then later on they did a big old man hug. It was pretty funny because they were like, oh, we're not gay, but we'll hug you and say, yeah, let's settle these differences. It was pretty cool. I wish I could record all of it, but I didn't want to tread on their grounds, because actually it was more fun just watching them and laughing. The whole crowd after they got off the train, it was pretty cool. And they got downtown. They got off downtown to go to the baseball game. Next, I went up to the music festival. This is having this great outdoor event, and it wasn't attended by a lot of people, but they got the right ideas. I think it was the first or second years of them doing this outdoor festival. They had some camping grounds. It was downtown Phoenix, which I know they got a new redevelopment program going on. I'm now in Phoenix, Arizona, downtown by the Phoenix Library, and I just had a bro moment on the train with a bunch of guys. We're college students, college-age guys. We're talking, shooting the shit. Challenge each other in different sports teams at Phoenix, and we're actually what we call the McDowell Mountain Music Festival. So I took it from Tempe's Phoenix Art Festival down to McDowell Mountain Music Festival in Phoenix. And as you can see here, they're actually beginning to do a revamp called Enhanced Park, and this is where all the kids come skateboard and hang out in this beautiful park. And people come ride their bikes. And soon we'll be seeing an enhancement to the park where they're putting a skate park and a lot of new changes. And over here is the music festival. And you can see there's a lot going on in downtown Phoenix. And the hipster value is coming up. But that bro experience on the train had to be the best. I saw some skateboarders, and that was kind of cool because they're actually going downtown and they're skateboarding on the nice concrete there. So you know what? The city isn't really killing them. I heard the new program, they're actually going to put a skate park there. So that's kind of cool. So then after that, I went around and took some pictures in the Roosevelt District. Took pictures of all the graffiti art that's up on all these walls, real sprawled everywhere, pretty dynamic. It has some urban scenes, some not so urban scenes, some cultural scenes, some political stuff. So it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. And also then, finally, I got tired, so I had my sister come pick me up. And plus, I really wanted to, I didn't feel like taking public transportation anymore because it was kind of difficult at this point because down in that area it was harder to get it. I could have called Lyft and kind of kept with that dynamics, but I kind of felt I just wanted to get to where I wanted to go because I was hungry, I hadn't eaten all day. So then I ended up at the Taco Guild, which is the church. Like I said before, I really like going there because, I get to eat. Okay, in church. I kind of like that idea. It's a cool building. They did a really good job. I know they just opened for about a month now. So, people are starting to show up and go there. The hipsters aren't quite there yet. But you know what? Nonetheless, it's a great place. And also, it really kind of goes with the culture of Phoenix. It's an old architectural building that's been converted from a church into a foodery. So that was really kind of nice. So overall, I had to gauge my opinion on Hipster. I didn't go to any shows or any of those kind of events because I know they're everywhere. And I didn't go to different bars that I know there are kind of cool video bars. I already knew they were there. So I thought, Phoenix, on 5 pineapples, I had to give you a 3.5. Unfortunately, transportation is the issue. Unfortunately, Tempe is kind of far away from Phoenix, so it did take me an hour and a half to get from one point to the other on public transportation, so that wasn't necessarily great. But you know what? I did enjoy the festival. It was fun to eat chocolate covered banana. It was great. I really liked it. And it was fun. The people were nice and everybody's really attentive. I met some cool people on the train. A lot of good hipsters, younger hipsters my age. And I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, so I would give Phoenix 3.5 pineapples. And next time we're going to go to Mexico City. And we're going to see how good and how hipster that is. And that should be pretty exciting because I don't speak Spanish. I may have a last name that's Hispanic, but I don't speak it. I'm a typical Mexican-American. I speak perfect Taco Bell, but I quite don't got the language down yet. So it will be a great introduction to my language, my heritage that I don't speak. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye. Let it go.